Record. Okay. So we were understanding pre-increment over here. The first the value would get increased, then that would be assigned. So now we were having is equal to 1. So first it got increased. First it got increased means, for an example, let's say we are taking plus 1. Plus 1 means it's like 1, or say plus 2. That means 1 plus 2, and the output would be 3, like that. Okay, the first the value would get increased with 1, and that the further operations. So we have 1. First it got increased with 1, and then we are like, what is the value of e? 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So we can expect the output of f would be 2. And yeah, and here, like, what the current value of e, first it was 1, but the current value of e is 2, because this has been increased with 1. So we can expect 2 and 2. Let's run it and analyze the output by yourself. We try to run it from here. You cannot specify location. Okay. So we are expecting the output is 2 and 2. Yeah, 2 and 2. We are correct. Okay. Let us see one more example of pre-increment. Let us say integer g is equal to, define some more integer. Let us say its value of 90 minus 97, and define integer y is equal to x plus plus. So this is pre-increment or post-increment. Obviously, this is post. We are increasing the values like later on, but now we are understanding the pre-increment. So let's define that plus plus before x and analyze the output. CW. Let's print the value of x over here, and in the next line, let's print the value of y over here, and let's analyze the output. So what kind of value we can expect from here? You can easily guess. Now we have understood the concept. So first x, let's understand why. So 97 will come here. Before coming here, this will be get increased with 1. So 97 plus 1 would be minus 96, and minus 96 would be assigned to y. So y would be minus 96. Yeah, and the similar value, like this is minus 96, and that x, what would be the current value of x would be, this is also would be minus 96. Got it? Because this has been increased with 1. So minus 97 plus 1 would be, the latest value would be minus 96. Okay, let us execute it and try to look into the console. Yeah, so it's minus 96 and minus 96. We are correct. Okay. So we have understood so far, we have understood the pre-increment and post-increment. Okay. So this was the post-increment 1, example 2, and this is pre-increment example 1 and example 2. Okay. Third concept, let's look into the post-decrement. Decrement means minus 1. Now we are going to use the minus sign. So that was the incremental operator, and this is the minus the decrement value. Means this will decrease the value with 1. In these concepts, we were increasing the value with 1, and in decrement concept we will decrease the value with 1. So let us say I have integer, let's see, n is equal to 1, or let us say 2. Okay, and define one more integer value over here. It's like m is equal to, we are discussing post decrement. Let us say decrement means minus and minus minus. Yeah, let's analyze the output here, n, and here m. Yeah, so guys, what kind of value we'll get over here? So this is similar. There we were just increasing the value. Here we just have to decrease the value, not increase, because the sign is of minus minus. So you can say in console.writeLine, what would be the value of n? Let's try to understand. First, this a would be come over here, okay, the value of n, and n would get assigned to m, okay, then it would get increased. So n would assign to m. So the value of n would be 2, okay, then this will get decreased. So the latest value of n would be 1. Am I right? Any confusion over here, Aswini? I
No,
hope.
no, ठीक.
Okay, okay. Let's execute it and analyze the output. Our expectation, I already have written over there, like it's, yeah, yeah. So we got the value of n is 1, and the latest value of n is 1, and the decreased value is like 2, because why it's not 1, because we are using the post decrement. First the value already have assigned to m, then it's getting increased. If we use the pre decrement, then the first value would get decreased, then it will be assigned to the m reference variable. Okay, so the post decrement we already have discussed over here. Okay, let's, the fourth concept is, let us say pre decrement. Let's understand pre decrement. Let's say we have integer, one more integer called t, yeah, t1 is equal to 2, okay, and integer t2 is equal to, let's say this time we are using pre means first minus minus, then t1. Yep, let us print the output. t1, yeah, and cw, that's t2. So Aswini, this time I expect correct answer from you. First think, write it down at yourself, and then please answer. Yeah. What will be the value we will get over here? What would be the T1 and T2?
T2 will be T2 will be 1
Mm-hmm.
and T1 will be 1.
Okay. Yeah. Let's execute it. And let's see whether you are right or not. Yeah, you are perfectly fine. One and one. How does that it work? Like first you try to look into that. First, the T1 value would be assigned to T2. Okay, but before assigning, this will get decreased with 1. So the value of 2 was like 2. The value of T1 was 2, and then it got decreased with 1. So the value would be 1, and then what is the latest value of t1? It would be 1, because this already have been decreased with 1. Yeah, so I do understand that you have understood this concept. Yeah, so okay, let us see one more example. What happened, I have one more interesting question to you. Let us say integer l is equal to 5. L is equal to 5 or 6, whatever you may want to take, you may take. And L is equal to 5. If you would like to directly print over here, let us say CW, we want to print it like this. So I would again like to ask you, uh, let us say first, yeah, let us say plus plus. Yep. So Aswini, what do you think? Like, what would be the output of this right line? It's 5 or 6? Sasi, you may answer like
6,
what would be
5.
5? Are you sure? Okay, let's print it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you are right. The output is 5, because like first this value is getting printed, then like after getting the result we are increasing this value. Okay, so this is working like that. First, initially the value of a was 5 5, the value of l was 5. Then we come here, we already have printed the value of here. Then after getting the output, we are what we are trying to do, we are increasing this value with 1. So now if anyone tries to do like this, if someone wants to print the value of l, what kind of output he will get? Let us execute it and analyze. With execution, yeah, this time we got 6. Why we got 6? Because in the above line of code, the value of l got increased. Okay, that's why we got the output like 6. Now the latest value of l would be 5 plus 1 would be 6. If because this is post increment, if you would have tried like this, like cw plus plus l, then here what kind of value would have received? You might, like, you definitely would have received 6 value over here. Okay, and if you have done like this integer, sorry, print it like l minus minus, even though you would have received 5 over here. I hope you are getting my concepts. Okay, you definitely would have received. And if you would have done it like this minus minus l, then you would have received over 4 over here. Correct? So these kind of values, so we'll all use these kind of concepts inside, like from tomorrow onwards we are going to discuss that real time use of this. These were the simple, very basic things about C sharp. Tomorrow, from tomorrow onwards we are going to discuss some real kind of content. We'll use these values inside, like the conditional operators we are going to discuss. We are going to discuss for loop, while loop, do while loop, for each loop. At that time we'll use these concepts, the data type concepts, the string concepts, and these arithmetical concepts, and these increment and decrement operators. Whatever we have learned so far, we are practically going to implement these things from the tomorrow onwards. So like, I don't want to straight this class for long, because there would be much content for you to practice. So again, I would request you to like practice it. Otherwise, I know you are understanding it, getting it very well, but like, if you will not practice it by your own, then you will definitely very soon you'll forget all these concepts, and again you need to come to this class and understand it again. So, right, let's start from half an hour or 20 minutes. Try to manage the time whenever you get, and try to practice it by your own. And the recording is always available to you. I'll every day, I'll not forget to link the recordings. I'll, whether it's single recording or multiple recording, I'll everything put at the Google Drive link. And I already have shared you the link, given you the access. You may download the recordings from there. You may like, first try to do the exact, try to repeat the same exact things that I have described you. Then try to experiment it, like, I have 2 over here, you just take some other values. I am doing plus operation, you over here, you try some different operations, like, do it your own, try to explore it. You like, don't refer some other content, like, just my content is enough for you. Okay, you otherwise you might get confused. So during this training, just try to refer this content only if you are confident in this. See guys, like, I'm not following any shortcut over here. I'll try to give you the best, like, so that in future as well you need not like required to refer anything else other than my contact. So I'll request you, this content is enough for you. I'm teaching you very very basic thing about any programming language, and this will really help you if you like understand these things and you practice at your own. So I hope that is enough for this class. Tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow, I'll try to stress this class little more, because so that I think you are getting that familiar with the basic concept of C sharp language. And from the tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow onwards, like, when we're trying to implement the real kind of things, then we may require 15 or 20 minutes more. So we, together with mutual understanding, We'll figure it out like how we can handle all these things and bring it up with something like fantastic content that will help you throughout your career. So yeah, thank you so much for attending this class. And you may ask if you have any question. Other than that, we'll meet tomorrow. Okay. So I hope we are good so far. Let me stop the recording over here. Yeah. Thank you so much, Aswini and Jesse, for joining this class.